Good morning. Today on Senior Moments, we're going to talk to some of the members of the Santa Clarita Valley Senior Resource Alliance. My name is Joel Green. We'll be back in 1 minute, right after we have some music. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Senior Moments. My name is Joel Green. Our guests today are
Laura Smith with Laura Smith Homes at the Home Smart Real Estate.
And Curtis Woods with Eternal Valley Memorial Park, your local Dignity Memorial provider.
Good morning, everybody. Hi, I am Laura Smith, and the three of us are going to be talking a little bit about what we do with the Senior Resource Alliance group of Santa Clarita Valley, how we are there to help seniors, elders, and their family caregivers in our community here at Santa Clarita Valley, and the areas close by. But before we get started, though, Joel, I was hoping maybe we could hear a little bit about what the Senior Resource Alliance is here in Santa Clarita.
The Senior Resource Alliance is made up of a group of professionals that deal with seniors in their businesses. It's a very comprehensive group. We have people like Laura of Laura Smith Homes. We have people like Curtis Woods, Dignity Memorial. I represent a group called Home Instead Senior Care. And Curtis will begin by telling us a little bit about Dignity Memorial.
Well, as you know, Eternal Valley Memorial Park is located right off the 14 at Newhall. And we do the obvious, but the one thing people may not know about Eternal Valley is that we are huge supporters of the community, and we spend most of our time educating people on the values of pre-arrangements. As we'll talk later on in the show, pre-arrangements, working with seniors and their adult children, is quite important in many different factors.
What are some of the other categories of the Senior Resource Alliance, Laura?
Well, we have finance, where you have myself, and we have
a reverse mortgage.
Reverse mortgage, yeah. We have long-term care, financial planning, Medicare and health plan options. We also have the in-home services, which is you, non-medical in-home care, care management, social workers, hospice, homemaking, transportation, shopping, delivery, home repairs, as well as out-of-home services, such as placement, assisted living, memory care, board and care.
So what does all this mean, Curtis?
I think that mainly means that we have many people from many different professions, and all of us do a little bit for the community, but many of us in our alliance focus on what can we do not only for the community, but specifically for seniors and their adult children. We're a really caring group of folks, and we like to get together with like-minded people and try to better our community.
And I'd like to say that we're an outreach program as well.
And what does that mean?
That's a good point.
Yeah, outreach is that we're there, like you said, to help the community. We're there to give information. All of us in this group will give our information for free.
Awesome.
We're there.
You said how much?
It's free.
Awesome.
Just to reiterate, it's free. Of course, the individual services that we provide, if you were to be placed with somebody in our group, would depend on that service itself. But as an outreach program, our consultations are free.
And I think one of the best parts about our alliance is that even if there's a service that we may not cover, although we cover many different services, still approach us, talk to us. We'll find someone in the community that have seniors and their adult children at mind, and we'll find out how we can help you out.
So are all these different categories, how does this alliance work? Is it a group of just people that call each other up once in a while and say, I have a dinner to go to or a luncheon, would you like to come?
I don't think so.
No, we're a group of professionals that we actually get together, we meet once a month, and not only do we talk about the services that we provide, we figure out how we as a team can come together and provide maybe a community event.
Community outreach?
Mm-hmm. Community events. How can we bring ourselves to the forefront and lead the community in this particular segment?
Is it a group of professionals? So let's say that I needed help with, I go to my local pharmacy,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, things just aren't working out. Is there somebody that could help me with that?
Well,
Simple things like that.
we have a general telephone number. And with that number, you can give us a call, and I'll give that to you right now, 661-296-8266. Just give us a call. We'll find out what you need, and we'll direct you to that individual professional.
And we're going to come back with Curtis Woods, Laura Smith. My name is Joel Green. You're listening to Senior Moments on KHTS, Santa Clarita's hometown station.
Hello, we're back. I'm Laura Smith. You're listening to Senior Moments at your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS, 1220 KHTS. And we're here talking to the Senior Resource Alliance, and I have Curtis Woods here, who is the general manager at Eternal Valley Memorial Park and Mortuary.
Yes.
How you doing?
Doing all right. Thanks for having me on the show.
Fantastic. Yeah, definitely. I was thinking, when I knew that we were going to be speaking, I was thinking of an experience that I recently, in the past year or so, had, and I was going to tell you about it and ask you what you thought. There was an assistant, I had a friend assistant of mine whose mother unexpectedly died. Tragic story. She, I don't know if anybody remembers that time when some random killer was shooting people in Sylmar.
Wow.
It was a horrible deal. I think it was almost 2 years ago. And his mother was sitting on the bench right after church, and tragically, like I said, was shot. And when I found out about this, the first thing I did was reach out to my friend, and I asked him, I said, what can I do to help?
Right.
You know, he has small children. She lived there, helped take care of his children. And he said, Laura, thank you very much, but nothing. My mother has everything prepared. All we have to do is show up.
Awesome.
So what does that mean?
Well, that's really good that she took the diligence and took the time to plan and have that conversation that could be really difficult for people. In short, what that means is that when a person decides to have the conversation, set plans for their funeral or cemetery, whatever they prefer, or both, they have the opportunity to pay everything in advance. The payment portion is a huge burden that is taken off of the shoulders of the people that are responsible for you after you pass. And in this particular case, it sounds like she had everything pre-planned, prepaid, and then when a person in that situation comes to visit our location, all we have to do is ask them what day and what time. They don't have to worry about what color would mom have liked, or which flowers, or what casket does she want to be cremated. All the questions that you may have, they're already taken care of with the pre-arrangement, the pre-planning, and the pre-funding. So again, all we do is set dates and times.
So if a loved one of mine has passed, and I come to you and I know that there's arrangements, what do you say to me when I walk in the door and I say, "This, I know she spoke to you before, a couple of years ago. What do I do now?" What do you tell me?
First, we obviously try to soothe you in a difficult situation where you've had an extreme loss. And it's a difficult situation for everybody that sits in that particular seat. But what we do, we have files for every person, every family that have made arrangements with us. We'll pull the files, tell you exactly what she has. And then in most cases, when they're pre-funded, pre-planned, all we do is set dates and times after that. And I think that's one of the parts about our profession that people don't quite expect. They know we do the obvious. We take care of people at the time of passing, and we do the funeral ceremonies, we do the cemetery burials, and things of that sort. But they don't realize that we're also educators. We're also, we like to inform the community about this exact situation. We like to take time to explain to them that if you have this difficult conversation today, which we recognize is difficult, it makes it so much easier in the future. You can set that plan on yourself and forget about it and don't have to worry about it for the future. For those that have had that experience where their parent or loved one may have prearranged everything, they get it. They see that I would like to have that conversation, and I have staff members to come in and help them with the plans. You can make the plans in our office, or we can come to your home. And if you decide that, well, maybe, Curtis, we don't want to put the money into it today and we just want to make the plan, that's fine. And what's awesome is that those plans work for you if you choose Eternal Valley or if you choose somewhere else in the network. It doesn't matter where you go. The plan, the process is all the same, and we can walk you through that conversation.
What if, Curtis, I have a question. What if my parents have made plans and I come, it's the time of passing, and I come to you, I find out where these plans are, and I say, you know, Curtis, these plans are way too extravagant.
Right.
I want to get a refund
You know
on what Mom has already prepaid.
I've actually had a situation of that sort, but another duty that we have that people aren't aware of as a funeral provider is that through the state of California, if a person were to prearrange, pre-plan, and prepay their own funeral services after they pass, that could be changed by no one. One of the duties of a licensed funeral director like myself, one of our duties is to protect those that can't speak for themselves anymore. So once a person makes a plan, that plan is pretty much set in stone. The situation that I once had before was that a lady had a difficult relationship with her son, and she anticipated that things would be difficult after she passed. So she came to visit us. We made her plans. She selected the casket. She selected the memorial and everything that she wanted. And she actually wanted to be very nice for herself because she did well for herself. After her passing, just as she anticipated, her son came, sat with me, and said, you know what? I don't think she needs this. She doesn't need that. Here, take this off, take this off. And by the way, just give me the change. Give me the money back. He was asking for about $6,000 back off of her plans. And fortunately, the state of California protects a person, and I was able to tell that gentleman, you know what? Whether or not anybody's there, we're going to set this funeral up to be as fabulous as she asked us to, because that's our promise to her. Even though she's not here, we're going to make sure we stand by our word and stand by our promise. And we kept that funeral the way she planned. No refunds, no changes.
So there's no way that I could show you proof, or no way that son could show you proof that he was in fact the son and did in fact have every right to claim more of his inheritance.
No, there's no way to do that. And state of California laws protect the purchaser in that manner, and we're there to stand behind them. And I'm certain that situation is for our location, but it probably happens throughout our senior community in different aspects, maybe through financial means or through real estate transactions and things of that sort.
And could that be different in different states, though?
It may be. I know that I am licensed here in California, and I can speak to you about California law specifically.
And of course, each dignity would be separate, being a nationwide network.
Correct. So going through state lines, you may have more specifics that we might have to observe per state, but overall, that promise is kept at any dignity memorial location.
Wow. My name is Joel Green, along with Laura Smith and Curtis Woods. We're going to talk to Curtis a little bit more about pre-planning, what it involves, what it doesn't involve, and some of the things that you out there should know before you make any kind of final arrangements. All this and more, you're listening to Senior Moments on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS.